Welcome to part 1 of Zap Basic Training. This part is going to be all about setting up to get started. There are two ways to log into Zap. One is by going through 21online.com. So you'll log in with your name at century21.com and your password. Remember that if you have any trouble logging in, the help desk number is right here on the bottom of the home page. So you'll sign in. And your tiles may be in a different place where mine are, but you will see somewhere on this first page a big Zap tile. So you cannot miss it. You'll click Log into Zap, and it'll take you to the Zap login page. If you want to circumvent going through 21 Online, you can actually just bookmark the Zap URL, which is new.myzap.com, and go directly to that. Your sign-in is the exact same as it is for 21 Online. It's your name at century21.com and the same password that you use for century21.com. All right, so now we're at the dashboard, and what we're focused on right now is getting everything set up properly. So you will see your name in the top right-hand corner. Go ahead and click on that, and we're going to start with account settings. Keep in mind that whenever you see those 3 blue dots in the middle of the page, it means something is loading in. Once in a while, those blue dots will keep going for a long time. Just reload the page, and you should be able to get to where you want to go. First thing we're going to check is your email addresses. Now, do not worry about this first email address, the @century21homes.com. That is not an email address that is usable for you. The only thing that email is for sending emails out through this Zap website. And the reason that they have a special email for that is so they can track the emails that you've sent out and whether they get responses. So you don't have to worry about that. When people respond to you, they will see this email address, your preferred email address. So you just want to make sure that your sent to email address is the correct one that you want to use. If it's not for some reason, it just needs to be updated in Dash. So talk to your manager or your office administrator. So next thing is going to be your email signature. Now keep in mind, this is not going to change your email signature anywhere else. This email signature is strictly for emails that are sent through Zap directly. Okay, so at some point, take some time to go through and touch it up. They do have a very basic one that they put in there at first. And the one thing, please make sure they don't usually put your DRE number in their default signature, which boggles my mind because your DRE number should be in everything. So just make sure when you create your email signature that you add your DRE number. Next part here is your MLS memberships. It is very common in the beginning for your MLS memberships not to show up. Don't worry about that, okay? It doesn't affect anything anywhere except that on your Zap account, your listings may not be connected to you. If you don't have any active listings, then your MLS memberships may not show up, and that's okay because it only matters if you have an active listing. Once you have an active listing, come back here and check to see if your MLS membership is set up, and if it's not, then call Help Desk. You can also try to add yourself by selecting your MLS and checking your name. Sometimes though that still doesn't work if you don't have an active listing. But if you are not seeing it there and you do have an active listing, then definitely call Help Desk. Now the last two sections are the lead, zip codes, and service markets. I do not want you to worry about those at all because we have overridden them. Okay, these are for if leads are coming in directly to agents. We don't do that at our company. So we filter the leads ourselves so that the managers can see them, vet them, make sure that they're going to the right place. So if you see zip codes in here or counties in here that are not on, or ones that are on that you don't want on, don't worry about it. Your manager knows where you work and they know, how they will filter the leads directly to you. So don't worry about those. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to your lead and notification settings. So there's two ways that you're going to be getting leads into your Zap database. One is you're going to enter them yourselves, and the other is they're going to be assigned to you like we just talked about. So first thing you want to make sure of is that your preferred phone number and your preferred email address are correct. These you can correct yourself, so just make sure to fix them if they're not right. Ignore this routing email. That's just how it gets to you when one of the managers sends it from LeadRouter. Leave it alone, okay? So lead acceptance settings. Number one, most important, you should turn texts on and make sure receive leads are on, okay? I personally turn texts off because I am not getting leads as an agent. I'm only monitoring them as a broker. So I just need to get them through my email. So I turn texts off, but you should have texts on, okay? Here's another thing that I don't want you to worry about. Our default in the system, our default times that we can accept leads are from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have it overridden, so we will get leads at any time of day or night that they come in, and your manager will get them to you whenever they have them, okay? Now, the manual lead welcome email. When you enter leads yourself, so you're entering maybe past clients or friends or people you met at open house, there's a default message that gets sent to them once you enter them and have created an account for them. You can change this default message if you like, just by editing it here. You can make it a little bit more personal from you, not personalized to them because it's going to be the same for everybody, but more personalized like from in your voice and maybe saying, you know, something else that you want to say. It's perfectly fine as it is, but if you want to tweak it to your own liking, go for it, okay? Now, the auto lead welcome email, again, I would have this turned on. So if you get a lead reassigned to you from, or, you know, sent in to you from a manager, or if you are the listing agent, the lead will come to you directly first. If you don't respond to it in a certain amount of time, then it may get sent back. But so that is the one override that we do have in place, that when you're the listing agent, you get first choice at the leads. So just make sure you respond to them. But at any rate, when you get a lead assigned to you, this will send them an auto welcome email, which is a really good idea because then they hear from you right away. So you don't have to worry if you can't get to them immediately, or if for some reason you missed something, you know, your email wasn't working or whatever. So I would turn on that auto lead welcome email. The notification settings, I would absolutely have the first 5 on. This means that you get notifications when you have a new lead, a reassigned lead, a request for information from a lead, a showing request from a lead, a listing appointment request from a lead. You could also turn on contact searching out of area. What that means is that you have someone in your database who has started searching outside of your service area. So they might be searching in Southern California or another state. This alerts you so that you can maybe contact them and say, hey, are you looking to move somewhere else? Let me refer you to somebody, you know, just so you don't miss out on that. If you have a lot of leads in your database, if you've added a lot of people, you may also want to turn on the daily activity email. This just kind of gives you a summary of who was active, who logged in, who was looking at houses, you know, anybody who saved any houses, anything like that, okay? The other 2 you don't really need. And I would select you want to receive notifications by email and text message, because sometimes one is faster than the other. Sometimes, you know, you might miss one on a text message but get the email. I don't do the text messages, but you definitely should. And any changes you make, just make sure you hit save on the bottom of the page. And now you are all set up. So congratulations on completing that part.